situations like this?
You know, this cancer phobia, this fear of cancer, we've worried about it for so long. We actually call cancer the emperor of all maladies because it's thought to be the most significant hit to our life. But I really think it's time for all of us to think about giving a software update to our fear of cancer because it's lingered for so long, but we've made so many advances in medicine that have changed how we think about cancer and what cancer actually means. But let's dig a little bit into why are we afraid of cancer? So the first reason is because we fear what we can't control. Right? We've made tons of progress there. In fact, with screening, prevention, treatment, we've now reduced the risk of dying by cancer by 33%. So it's really very significant in the last 3 decades. The second reason, we fear pain and suffering. I mean, you can hear the fear in her voice as she's talking. Her voice is quivering. And even there, we've made tremendous progress. In fact, 2/3 of cancers diagnosed now are either curable or just chronic diseases that we live alongside. The third one is where it gets a little emotional. We've all lost somebody we love to cancer, and that's where the fear really comes in.
Well, I'm wondering because, yes, there have been strides in cancer, and people have, we've kind of as an entire community figured out a way to get past a lot of them, but I feel like Black folks are still at a greater risk. Is this a thing? That's why I try to make such a big deal about me getting screened for colon cancer and trying to continue to normalize it, which I think has happened. So are Black people still at a greater risk?
They're at a greater risk, Al, of getting cancer and of dying from cancer more than any other race.
Oh.
And so this is where there's a huge gap, where I feel like we haven't made any progress. This is where we need not just a software, but a hardware update, so to speak. And there's so many reasons for this: access to healthcare, access to vaccinations like the HPV vaccination, smoking, secondhand smoke, getting people screened and treated on time. There's so many lapses here. But I'm wondering, how would you guys react if one of you got that diagnosis of cancer? I mean, knowing what we know now and the facts that we just talked about.
Go ahead, please.
No, I always try to put myself in other people's shoes, and I don't know if you can in certain instances, right? So I could say what I might react like if I did get that diagnosis, but I don't think you could truly explain or guess how you're going to feel inside.
Right. My mom was diagnosed with leukemia. Acute myeloid leukemia, and so that's cancer. I mean, that's cancer. And my dad wrote me the other day, and he wrote the word leukemia, and he said, there. I said it, because it's even hard to text. I think it's a very scary, painful word, and I think it's the big C word, and it comes with so much pain and suffering and unknown that it's universally just horrifying. So I'm so glad to hear this, but it's still hard to say out loud. So maybe we just need time to evolve.
Yeah.
But he couldn't even write it because it's so scary. So that's how I feel. I'm really scared.
But I think, Tori, the point you're making is that some cancers are scary. Yeah. All cancers are scary.
Yeah.
We just need to know to be scared of the right ones.
Right.
We need to use that fear in a way that we can control the cancer, we can treat it early, we can diagnose it early. I don't want people to be in denial about their cancer. Right. I don't want people to underplay their cancer.
Right.
But at the same time, not all cancer is leukemia.
Right.
And even with leukemia, there's many patients.
This is making me feel better.
Who can, go into remission and live long, happy lives.
Yeah.
And for me, it really hits home because I had a friend who at the end of his training, after training for 17 years, becoming a doctor, like a week before we graduated, got diagnosed with metastatic cancer.
So scary.
And he's got a little daughter, and everything seemed worthless at that point when the doctor becomes the patient. But it really does tell us how real cancer is. It can affect any person.
Yeah, yeah, even the strongest.
And
like
my thoughts are with your mom.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Let's switch gears here. Last week, Michael Bolton revealed before the holidays, he was actually diagnosed with a brain tumor. He got immediate surgery and was successful. Thank God. He's taking some time to recover. Can you talk to us about this? What happens when you're diagnosed with a brain tumor?
We don't know if this was cancerous or benign. So the good news is there are benign types of brain tumors, but 90,000 people every year get diagnosed with brain tumors. And you generally have to take them out because it's a glitch in the computer. So if you think about our brain like a computer, anything, whether it's pressing on an area of the brain that controls our speech, our language, our motor function, what have you, it causes trouble, especially because it can grow and our head is a closed compartment. So we usually can't leave things in there. Now, sometimes you'll find a a cyst or something like that that you can let be because it's not growing. Sometimes they'll do the surgery when you're awake. That's called an awake craniotomy because they want to see how you react to
Is that when you see the
questions.
violinists playing the violin while they're getting their brain
That's
surgery?
right. That's right. Because the doctors need to
How is
know.
that possible?
Well, they anesthetize you, so you're not feeling pain. They cut open the skull,
Right.
and then they actually
Isn't this
poke.
insane, Jeff?
They're poking around areas in the brain to see how you react because they don't want to cut into something that's important for language or motor function or what have you, because you don't want to end up with disabilities afterwards.
Right.
Now, we don't know how his surgery was done, whether it was awake or asleep, but after a brain surgery, it usually takes a few months, 2 or 3 months, to sort of recover. And depending on what part of the brain the the tumor was in, it could take some time. He could need language therapy or speech therapy or swallowing therapy or what have you.
Wow.
We are thinking of you, Michael Bolton, and we hope you are doing well. For anyone
And
out
we're thinking
there,
about your mama, too.
Thank you. And for anyone out there with the C, the big C, just know we're in it together. DBL Nation, go and follow Dr. Coley on social media at PyleColeyMD. Also be sure to subscribe to her YouTube page. Plus, check out her podcast, Heart of Medicine, wherever you listen to your podcast. She doesn't do very much. She's very lazy, as you can tell. Thank you, Dr. Coley. Coming up on DBL, new details on that scary mid-flight blowout as we learn more about the teen whose shirt got vacuumed off. Does this make you afraid to fly? And our interview with Carson Kressley, what does he think about red carpet trends for this season?
All right, so that, I don't know if I've ever heard about being awake when you have brain surgery. That's a little crazy to me, that you could just sit there or play the violin while someone's operating on your brain.
I believe there's a movie called Awake. Do you remember that? It was
I feel like
10 years ago, maybe. And it was about that. But
It's so insane. Like, listen, I don't even like talking about the C word, but they have made such crazy advances in science and technology that it does have to make you feel better than if you got the diagnosis in the 70s or something.
yeah,
You know?
I mean, well, obviously, I was pre-med before, way before DBL 20 years ago, and I was shadowing doctors every summer, and I shadowed a back surgeon, I guess the summer going into my junior year, and we went and witnessed a back surgery where the person was awake and laying on their stomach, and they had to like move their arms so they could see like what they were doing. And that was
You watched that?
Yes, that was the only surgery I got a little whoop-de-whoop with the knees. That was the only one I've seen. Every surgery, I've worked with cadavers, I've held brains in my hand, intestines in my hand, like all that, nothing ever bothered me, but seeing it, like that was the only one where I was like, I'm gonna step out for a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, it's for as kind of off-putting as it is, like you said, it's really a marvel in terms of like
it doesn't give them a break.
the progressions that human beings have made in terms of understanding the body and locating, acute points of, damage and fixing it.
Welcome back to DBL. As I'm sure many of you have seen, there was this very scary mid-air blowout on an Alaska Airlines flight on Friday. Now, thankfully, nobody was hurt, but now more than 150 similar planes have now been grounded for inspection. So here's what the head of the National Transportation Safety Board had to say about the latest on this on GMA. Let's take a look.
We have heard reports from United, Alaska, and Boeing about loose bolts. We are aware of those. Those are being reported to the Federal Aviation Administration, who's in charge of the inspections and the mandates for the repair. Right now, though, our focus is on this aircraft.
Does this make you afraid to fly? They have found some other loose bolts.
No, not at all. They have car recalls all the time.
That's fair.
And I've said for a long time that I think that we should take driving an automobile a lot more seriously. I mean, I'm sure we all know somebody that's been in a serious car accident or two, or lost somebody that's been in a car accident. Does anybody know anybody that's died in a plane crash? It's very rare. I know it's hard. I know the plane crash is scarier because it's this out of control thing, but for the most part, the chances of you knowing somebody that's been in a serious car accident will be tenfold ever knowing somebody that knows somebody that was in a plane crash.
You're not a great flyer, though. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that makes me feel better. That,
Yeah,
you know,
think
talking
about
to
it.
people like
all
you,
the people.
like,
how many people do you know, Jeff?
do you want to listen, if you're scared socially to talk to somebody, if you're afraid to fly, you'll talk to anybody, any race, any gender, any color, any sexuality, when you're scared to fly and you're going through turbulence because you're like by yourself and you're like, hey, so what do you do? What do you know, I just want to talk to somebody.
What are
So
your hobbies?
that's a good
What do you
way
do?
to like introduce yourself to the world. But I do get fearful on planes, and this somehow makes me feel a little better because they're going to check twice as hard for all those things. So when all the guys are around with like
Right.
outside, I'm like, do your job, buddy.
That's
Don't be
right.
slacking.
That's
you better
right.
not be hungover down there.
Yeah.
You kind of have a good bolt sound.
That was really
Oh, that was
good.
good.
Can you do it
Yeah.
again?
Nah,
Okay.
not one time.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. That was really good. I'm with Al. I think you're more likely to get hurt on the way to the airport than actually hurt yourself in the airlines. But I do think that
They say in your own neighborhood. What did it say? Within a 1 mile radius of your home is where most terrible accidents
Listen,
happen?
you want me to debunk that?
Yes.
How often do you go outside that radius? Everything you do is inside that radius. The grocery store, your kid's school, here. That's why it's inside that radius.
Cause and correlation.
Yeah, it's a little, that's debunked.
That's a
Don't
very
give me
good
that
point.
1 mile thing.
Highway. Unless you
But
live.
you're not going to the highway every day. If you're going to the grocery store, you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. I just want to argue.
real quick, do we have a picture? One of these people's cell phones fell 16,000 feet down and was perfectly fine. I don't know what case they had, but it was their baggage receipt, and they found it perfectly okay. 14,000 feet it fell. Isn't that amazing?
How many texts were like, why aren't you texting me back? Come on now. Yeah, it's like my phone flew out of the plane. Like, yeah, right, buddy.
Give me
Yes,
better-
what a great advertisement for the plane and how far we've come with phones.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know
great
if it's a great
engineering.
advertisement for
the plane, but it's good for the phone.
good for the
Very
phone.
bad for the plane.
Plane survived too.
Coming up on DBL, from the original Queer Eye, our favorite Carson Kressley is telling us who he's looking forward to seeing the most on the red carpet this awards season. He's fantastic.
We've all been there, waiting seemingly forever at the baggage claim after a long flight. A viral Instagram post with more than 250,000 likes claims some airlines will compensate you if they make you wait too long for your bags.
If my bag doesn't come out in 20 minutes or less, you'll credit my account with an extra 2,500 miles.
But is that really true? We verified by checking the policies at the nation's 10 major airlines and found that it's true, but only for Delta and Alaska Airlines. Delta says if a checked bag doesn't arrive within 20 minutes of a domestic flight arriving at the gate, then you can receive 2,500 miles. And if your bag is delayed by more than 12 hours, then Delta may give you an airline credit worth the amount of any baggage fees that you paid. But flyer beware, it's up to you to fill out forms within 3 days to request compensation. Alaska will give you your choice of 2,500 miles or $25 off a future flight if your checked bags don't show up within 20 minutes of getting to the gate. To make a claim, you'll have to visit the Alaska baggage office at the airport within 2 hours of arriving. So, yes, Delta and Alaska Airlines have written policies to compensate you if you wait too long for your bags, but not other airlines. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back to DBL. 20 years ago, he caught America's eye as one of the Fab Five, and after that, he made a new lane for himself as a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race. Earlier, stylist and host Carson Carrington joined DBL. Take a look. Welcome back to DBL. We love him, Carson Carrington.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. You know I love you guys so much. I need to come out there and visit. It's been too long, so please have me.
Always an open chair for you, Carson.
Absolutely,
Always.
but you're all over the place, Carson. I follow you, and you're everywhere, riding horses, New Year's Day. Your tradition is you participate in the Rose Bowl parade. You do a fantastic job. What's the most exciting thing you like about the Rose Bowl parade?
Well, I mean, I grew up watching the Rose Bowl as a little kid. It was always on in our house on New Year's Day. So seeing people on horses riding in the parade, I was like, I want to do that one day. And I've magically seemed to have made that happen. There I am on Grande Day. That was on New Year's Day in Pasadena. He's such a cutie. And the thing that people don't realize, though, when you ride a horse in the Rose Parade, which is like a 5-hour endeavor, you have to get on like 2 hours before. So you're on for like 5 to 7 hours.
Wow.
So I do not drink any water or eat any food for like 20 hours before, because there's no way to get off and go to the porta potty.
All right, I need your take, Carson. I love you, and I'm so excited to see you. We saw a lot of wild celeb trends last year, like, remember the no pants on the red carpet. We saw bizarre bleached brows, and even those cartoon-styled boots. Right. I wanted to know, what are some celeb trends you'll be happy to say bye-bye to in 2023? Say goodbye.
Oh, could we say goodbye to all of those that you just showed? I mean, the bleached eyebrows, I was every time I would see a selfie of somebody famous doing that, I was like, that's the rug doesn't match the curtains or something. That's not normal. So I didn't love the look. It was a little odd to me. Yeah. The no pants. That is quite a money saver. I mean, you only have to worry about half of your outfit, so I get it. It makes it much quicker to get dressed for an awards show. But call me old-fashioned, but I just think people should either wear pants or a skirt or something on the bottom.
Yeah, let's not Winnie the Pooh. Let's move on to Carson. Which celeb slayed the red carpet last year who you loved, and who do you look forward to seeing this award season?
Yeah, I'm very excited, first of all, that award season is kicking off, and it's an unusual year because we also have the Emmys in January, which never happens, but because of the strike, we have that additional show. So if you love the red carpets, there's a lot coming. Last year, actually the last 2 years, I think, Zendaya, who has an amazing, she was working with La Roche. Just every time, it's different. It's stunning. I mean, she's gorgeous. And I just think she's one of the people out there that still takes some risks on the carpet and isn't always maybe dressed by the same designer. And it's refreshing. And I always look forward to what Zendaya is going to present on the carpet.
All right. Well, speaking of looking forward to stuff we wanted to talk about, we got to talk about Drag Race. Obviously, besides winning multiple Emmys, the Drag Race panel won an award for the best reality TV show judges. So what do you think it is? Yes, that deserves a round of applause. What do you think it is about the Drag Race panel that stands out?
Oh, thank you. And please, everybody sit down. You don't need a standing ovation or the applause. I think, well, first of all, we have RuPaul. So that makes for a fantastic panel. He is so wise and funny and smart and do they call it self-actualized? I don't know what the term is, but he's just got it together, and it's he's a great leader on our panel. And then, you know, we call ourselves squirrel friends on the show, and we've known each other for a long time. I've known Michelle for 20 years and Ross for 20 years and T.S. Madison for a long time. So we truly have that kind of, we're real friends in real life, and I think that kind of rapport and that banter comes so naturally to us because we all like each other and we have a great time doing the show.
Thank you again, Carson. DBL Nation, start your engines and catch season 16 of RuPaul's Drag Race on MTV. Thank you again, Carson. We hope to see you back here. We love you. We'll be right back. Get back in that saddle.
Happy New Year.
For a lot of people right now, renting just makes sense. Let's connect the dots. For years, people thought of renting as almost throwing away money because you got no real return on your investment. Experts now say buying a home has far more dead costs. Things like the thousands you pay a real estate agent and the interest you pay on bank loans all add up. And the housing market isn't that strong. Folks trying to sell their home are now turning to renting to make money. And rental prices here in Charlotte are going down. All those apartments you see going up all over the city are a renter's best friend because supply is finally starting to catch up with demand. And that is connecting the dots.
As flu cases and hospitalizations surge, doctors are urging people to get vaccinated. One question people are searching right now: can you get the flu shot when you're sick? Let's verify. Our sources are the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Cleveland Clinic Journal of Medicine, and Dr. Jane Morgan, Executive Director of Health and Community Education at Piedmont Healthcare.
The answer to that is it depends. If you have a mild illness, mild cold symptoms, then you probably can move forward and get your flu vaccine.
According to the Cleveland Clinic Journal of Medicine, this year's shot is very effective at protecting against this season's flu strains. So if you're up and moving around, the shot is a good idea. But if you have more severe symptoms, Dr. Morgan says it's best to wait for your body to heal.
If you have a fever, if you have severe aches and pains, if you feel as if you have some degree of misery, then you probably should not move forward with getting the flu vaccine.
The CDC agrees people who are moderately or severely ill should usually wait until they recover before getting a flu shot.
We have to remember that if you're fighting a current illness, it decreases the ability of your immunity.
So we can verify, yes, if your symptoms are mild, it's okay to go ahead and get the shot. But if you feel miserable, doctors say wait until your body recovers to get the vaccine. With your Verify, I'm Christy Diaz.
It's getting a lot harder for streaming services to hold on to customers. Let's connect the dots. A new report shows more people are dropping their streaming services than ever before. About a quarter of Americans say they've canceled at least 3 of them in the past 2 years. The biggest complaint from customers? The streamers are getting too expensive. Folks say it's starting to feel like they're paying for cable all over again. So streaming services are trying different ways to stop people from leaving. Some streaming services like Amazon offering cheaper ad-supported tiers, while others are offering bundles. Ultimately, most of the major movie and TV makers have sunk a lot of money into streaming, so don't expect things to get any cheaper anytime soon. And that is connecting the dots.
Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out. What do you have for us today, Stephanie?
First up, we've got the Carlos by Carlos Santana cowl neck poncho.
Oh, cute.
This deal includes one poncho that's available in 5 colors, and it's got an asymmetrical hemline, oversized armholes, and a really chic cowl neck. So normally this is $33.
Okay.
We've got it for $12.99. That's saving 61%. And Tori, this, if you could feel this, you'd be in heaven.
And at that price, multiple colors, people.
And I also love these, Tori. This is the Eat Neat set of 5 airtight glass food storage containers. The set is awesome because they all neatly fit inside one another, which is great for saving space and storage when they're not in use. You know, it's very handy. So normally this is $59.
That's not bad.
We've got the set for $24.99. That is saving 58%.
All of that?
Yes, for all of it. And look how many things you get. It's fabulous.
Brilliant.
Now, talking of brilliant, look at this, Tori. It is the Aquasonic Ultrasonic Toothbrush Ultimate Bundle with 11 brush heads.
Ooh.
So this deal, it's perfect for travel because the toothbrush can last 30 days on a full charge.
Whoa.
So normally, this is $80. We've got it for $34.99. That's saving 56%.
Brush up on those savings, people. Get it for a good deal.
And then look at this, Tori. This is our last product today. Is the iHome Bluetooth alarm clock radio. So you can connect this to Bluetooth and use the phone speaker option to make phone calls. You can use Siri or Google Assistant to send texts. And also there's a USB port to charge your devices. Normally this is $60.
Okay.
We've got it for $24.99. That's saving 58%.
iHome is just a really trusted brand.
Absolutely.
Great reputation. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices, or you can even scan the QR code on screen. It will take you directly to all these products right on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph. Before we go, we want to give a big shout out to my alma mater, Michigan, for winning the college football playoffs over Washington last night, 34-13. It's their first national title since 1997. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. Heck yeah, go blue. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.